All right, hi everyone. This video is just intended to be a refresher for those people who have taken part in administering NAPLAN online before. There's alternative options if you're completely new to this, including in-person training on Thursday this week and also an online clean course. So the NAPLAN online, there's a practice test coming up Thursday of week 9, followed by the full NAPLAN tests for the 7s and 9s in weeks 3 and 4 of term 2. The online NAPLANs are a little bit different to the previous paper NAPLANs in that they are personalised, and there's a bit of a diagram on the screen here as to how that works. Depending on how students go with certain aspects of the test will depend on what questions that they get in other aspects. And that can also include how they head on with their, for example, the reading test, which determines where they will actually start the conventions of language test. If for this reason that the tests are in a specific order and need to be followed. The first thing that will be happening is the practice test. This is a national practice test that happens on Thursday of week 9. We're going to be running it in lesson 4. It takes approximately 40 minutes to do the full test. There's an option to do the writing or multiple choice practice of it, and we'll be running the multiple choice practice, which is called the omnibus test. Right, so I'm just going to go through quite briefly the role of the test administrator and what involves you running the online NAPLAN. So there's some dot points on the screen there of what you need to do. Essentially what you're doing is supervising the test, but also managing the online test environment that the students log into. So there's a couple of things there. While we're running the tests, there will be support available in the form of LCMs and leaders, but it's important that you're familiar with what your role is prior to the practice test next Thursday. Some hard copies of materials will be put in your pigeonhole. The handbook will be emailed to you. We're not going to print a handbook for everyone, so that will be sent to you electronically. You will receive your test administrator session login. This is the details that you'll get to put on the board for students to be able to log into the test environment. You'll also get a student test slip for each student in your class, initially for the practice test, and then later on you'll get one for each of the different aspects of NAPLAN. These are personalised to the student's name, which includes a student code that they need to enter into the test environment. Finally, you'll get a list of students participating in NAPLAN for your class. Can you please cross-check this? And if there's been any movements of classes, please let me know. So to start a test session, you need to go to the ACARA website, which is www.assessform.edu.au. Once you get there, you go into NAPLAN 2021, so not the one that's highlighted right here, NAPLAN 2021. And when you get in there, you'll be able to start the test session. So once you click on NAPLAN 2021, it'll come up with a screen asking you to enter the username and password that has been given to you on your test administrator session slip that you'll get a hard copy of. Please keep in mind that these are single-use sessions only, so once it's been input once, it cannot be used again. There will be some spares that will be available for use next Thursday, but please don't practice putting those details in until next Thursday. Once you put the details in, there will be a screen that comes up saying create new test session, which is what you need to click on. Once you click on that, it will bring you to the test administrator dashboard. Most important information here is the session code. That's what you need to write on the board. That's what the kids need to copy when they go to log into the NAPLAN browser. There's also information there about students, and as they join, their names will come up on the the screen here. So for the students, what they'll need to do is go into the NAPLAN locked down browser that has been installed on their laptops. In the lead up to the Thursday practice test, can you please reinforce with the students that they need to check that that is on their laptop? IT are pushing out the NAPLAN browser to install on all the devices, but please make sure the kids have checked that. They'll also need a set of headphones. Each student will need a set of headphones. And before they open the lockdown browser, they need to make sure that their volume is unmuted, because once they're in the lockdown browser, they are not able to change any of the settings. So when they open the browser, they'll be able to click on the coordinated practice test. And when they do that, there'll be two codes that they need to enter. Firstly, the session code, which is what you will have written on the board that you've got from your test administrator sheet. Your test administrator dashboard. And then their student code that will be on the piece of paper that you've given to them that also has their name on it. Once they've entered those two codes, a screen will come up telling them they need to wait until the administrator lets them into the test. So this is a bit of a screenshot of what their screen would look like. There'll be several options, and they need to enter the session code. We'll ask them if they are indeed who they say they are, and when they click yes, it will come up with a screen telling them to wait to begin. And they'll then have a series of questions that they need to work through, and it will give them a real opportunity to familiarise themselves with different aspects of the lockdown browser, the timer, and things like that. There are, once you've done this practice test, on the online public demonstration site, there are lots of resources, including sample tests that mirror what the online test will look like. So in the lead up to the tests, English teachers and maths teachers will need to do some practice with those so that students are ready to perform their best. Okay, once all the students have logged into the session, this is what the screen would look like for you, the test administrator. There are a range of things that you can do, which I won't go through each of them now because they're fairly self-explanatory. I suppose the most important thing to draw your attention to is the different tabs along the top here. So if a student enters late, for example, they'll not automatically be entered. They'll need to they'll be in the waiting entry tab, so will need to be manually entered. Any student who is paused will appear up here, as well as students who are finished. As the test session's going on, there's a few situations that might arise. There's information on your screen about students who are in the test. As they start to finish, it will tell you how many students are finished, tell you how much time they have left. You're able to pause students' test sessions. I'll go through students. So students who join late, you'll need to click on the waiting entry tab, like I mentioned before, and click on allow start. If a student needs to leave the room, which they shouldn't, but in the event that they do for a rest break or a technical issue, you can pause their test session, and instructions to do that are on the screen here. Again, it's fairly intuitive, as long as you make sure you've ticked the box next to the student's name and then selected the function. Students' test can be reopened if they've finished early. There's instructions here on how to do that. Again, it's fairly intuitive. In a very unlikely situation, it may be necessary to pause the whole session, and there is a button on your screen to do that. Usually it's a result, would be a result if there's a pretty serious technical issue and all the students lose access. If there are technical issues throughout, there'll be little symbols that come up which can give you more information about that. If we are experiencing technical issues on the day, there will be leaders around who can support with that. In the event that a student's device runs out of battery, they will need to use one of the spare devices we'll have available, and they will need to be unlocked and manually into the test session. And again, there's instructions on the screen of how that can be done. Once all the students have finished, the test session will need to be finalised. You are able to do that by pressing the relevant button, which is on the top right of the screen. Finally, after the session, there are a number of tasks that need to be done. Most of these will be done by the leader in charge. One thing to be aware of, though, the pieces of paper with the student logins and any writing that they've done on those need to be collected and handed in to the test coordinator. You'll receive an email, or will have received an email, further instructions about this, including written instructions of some of the things that have been described, a bit of a summary of what your role is as the test administrator, a link to the handbook for test administrators, the link to this presentation, as well as the administrator training that's available on Plink, and some other information as well. So it's up to you on how you access this information, but it is really important that you have familiarised yourself with your role as the test administrator, ready for the practice test next Thursday, and most importantly, ready for NAPLAN next term, so that our students' results are really a true reflection of their ability. Any questions, please come and see me at any time or send me an email. It's the online environment can take a little bit of getting there, but once you've familiarised yourself with it, like I've said a few times, it really is quite intuitive. All right, thank you.